Hey guys, here aka Gino, welcome back to the car series for my channel. Today we've got the Pegassi Osiris going against the Pegassi Zentorno, two most dominant brothers going at it on the supercar class around the racetrack. Of course, if you guys find this video useful, be sure to hit that like button. I'd be greatly appreciated for some support for this series, as it does take some time to make. So I'm also working on the Sterling GT Windsor and the Virgo car comparisons from the new DLC pretty soon, so expect that, as I'm currently still testing lap times. So handling wise for the Osiris, it's got extremely restrictive driving style to one specific motion, which is understeer pretty much around every single corner, as it's got insane amount of grip, literally traction all around, with efficiency being there. So it's pretty difficult to make mistakes if you get the braking point right, and it's extremely predictable, you know, a lap after lap. So everyone pretty much should get used to this car, and everybody should be consistent with it, technically speaking, as it's predictable because of that. Whereas the Zentorno's turning circles much better, and the response time at high speeds is much better around the corners. However, you do get a little bit of oversteer and unpredictability, so every lap is not the same around the corner. So the point is definitely going to go to the Osiris when it comes to efficiency and not making mistakes. That's the number one priority when it comes to handling. But I personally do prefer the Zentorno's handling, as it's got more freedom, just like the Turismo, compared to the Osiris. But that's just personal preference and opinion rather than facts. So acceleration, Osiris takes it there, as you can see, pretty much shoots out of corners, and if you can control the understeer, then it's going to dominate every single racetrack, as we've sort of seen lap times anyway. And the thing about top speed, it all comes down to variables. At the end of the day, you guys know how many variables there are on this game. Even on a straight like this, right, it may seem like it's just flat roads, but you know, there's so many little bits and bobs that can really just trigger the car's revs, and it's paying attention to the detail that matters. Even the slightest turn can affect the speed and the revs, and you know, it's very difficult to test it thoroughly. However, you know, little bumps you guys will see, even uphill downhill sections, is just very different. Like Zentorno sometimes will just go ahead, and then sometimes the Osiris goes ahead. So all in all, we're just going to give points to the two, because that's the only way to really settle it. So if they're really evenly matched with top speed, but top speed at the end of the day wouldn't really matter as much, unless of course you're doing ramp races with these two. Then at the end of the day, it's just going to be determined by the amount of bumps and curbs you hit. So regardless, whichever one you use, you can win just as many times with either one from GTA 5 logic. So yeah, like you can see, Zentorno's head at this point, but then all of a sudden the Osiris comes out of nowhere. There's no reasoning behind this at all. It could be lag, it could be something, like from here it just goes ahead. So it's just random. Every single attempt is random, but we're going to give both points top speed anyway. Torque wise, Zentorno produces insane amount of power, much more than the Osiris. And for durability, which one's more durable in the sense, we tested it 3 times with the ambulance, the same distance covered between the two vehicles. It's the first test. You know, you can already see the back of the Osiris is coming off already, like, but the Zentorno seems to not get any damage hardly whatsoever. It seems to be so durable compared to the Osiris at this point. And the final test, even at this point, you know, the Zentorno hardly gets a scratch, literally the front and slightly in the rear. But you guys will see as we sort of show you a 360 view around both of these cars right now, that the Osiris has taken a lot more damage overall compared to the Zentorno. It's a little bit of glass smash on the front, but every other window is smashed for the Osiris. The rear, pretty much the back hood is about to come off of the engine to be shown. So yeah, it's certainly the initial body of the Osiris is quite weak and not as durable as Zentorno. Customization options for the Osiris is 17 in total, and I believe the Zentorno has 1 extra, which is pretty once again quite close and near enough evenly matched. So currently it's 4-3 to the Zentorno, but overall performance is still edging with the Osiris, as you'll see through the lap time test. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen that, but I'm showing you right now throughout all the options that the Zentorno has, mostly coming from the spoilers, as it gives you a lot more variety of your driving style you want to choose, as of course the spoilers do make a difference to that, and cornering and whatnot. So personal preference with the oversteering feel that I love with the Zentorno. I find it more comfortable around the racetrack with the Zentorno over the Osiris, particularly this one with a lot of curvy bends. It's just, you know, the Zentorno provides a lot more freedom for cornering with its turning circle, especially taking at high speeds. I personally don't like to be patient with the brakes with any car, So I sort of just want to go in and out as quickly as possible. Yeah, indeed, of course. But hey, man, at the end of the day, it's down to driving style and preference. And even myself, in preferring the Zentorno's driving style, I still managed to do really well in the Osiris. And that's what pretty much shows how, easy the Osiris is to go really quick around a track if you put your mind to it. Even having to deal with the fact that you don't really like the driving style, but the car still manages to just pull away with its insane amount of grip around corners and downforce. Can just generate the power right away through, of course, its acceleration, which is number one priority that you want to be trying to obtain through every single one of these corners as you're braking. So you don't want to brake too much, or you don't want to brake too less, because if you brake too less, then of course the understeer will kick in. So it's all about balancing that out with the Osiris. And if you're the sort of person that prefers that sort of style, then go for it. But the Zentorno provides a lot more freedom and comfort, in my opinion, when it comes to taking a corner with how you want to approach it. You don't have to sacrifice as much speed. However, you have to be prepared for the unpredictability that it provides through the corners, which will be random every single lap. So there you guys have it. They are evenly matched. However, if you are going for performance and all-out world record lap times, I'd suggest go for the Osiris. If you prefer a car that provides a lot of freedom around corners, then go for the Zentorno. But, of course, the oversteering driving style as well. If you like the rigidness and the stiffness around corner with insane amount of grip and traction and having to brake hard to get the power down, then go for the Osiris understeering driving style. Let me know which one you guys prefer down in the comment section below, considering that the Osiris is near enough, or more than double the price actually, well, hella more than double the price than the Zentorno. It's one of those things you really have to think about, prioritizing what's your personal preferred driving style. Do you like cars that tend to have freedom around cornering, oversteering driving style? Then stick to the Zentorno. Don't bother investing in the Osiris. If you like the look of the Osiris, if you like the driving style of the Osiris, really have to consider that. Then yeah, spend 1.9 million on it. I'm not the one to judge. It's up to you. And be sure to let me know. I'm quite curious what do you guys think about that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Once again, thanks for the support. I'll see you guys next time for more comparisons coming soon. So stay tuned, subscribe for more for that. Check your sign out. Good night, peace. Yeah. Hey guys, Shaggy here, right here, G Unit. Welcome to another GTA 5 Car episode. Today with the Trade Z-Type.